Welcome to The Explainer. All right, today we're talking about a powerful and, well, a pretty complicated alliance, AI and corporate sustainability. We're going to unpack how this incredible technology is being used to tackle one of the biggest challenges we face.
So let's just start with a number. 40%. Keep that in your head.
Yeah, it turns out an algorithm can do that. And honestly, that's just scratching the surface of our story today. So let's really get into it.
Okay, so let's set the stage. We have to start with a simple fact. Businesses, big and small, are under this immense pressure to meet their ESG goals. You know, environmental, social, and governance.
And look, this isn't just a PR move. It's not just about looking good. We're talking about a fundamental shift in how business gets done. It's being pushed by investors, by you and me as customers, and just the plain reality of our changing world.
So, the big question is, how do companies even begin to tackle a challenge this huge? Well, a lot of them are turning to a pretty powerful new ally, artificial intelligence.
Okay, remember that 40% I mentioned right at the start? This is it. This is where it comes from. By using AI to get way smarter about cooling its massive data centers, Google saw a huge efficiency gain. And just that one application led to a drop of about 15% in the total energy use for those places. That is a massive win, not just for their bottom line, but for their carbon footprint too.
And this is the cool part. The impact goes way beyond just one company's server rooms. We're seeing this pop up across whole industries. Think about it. AI can help utilities balance an entire city's power grid in real time. It's finding smarter, more efficient routes for shipping fleets to slash their fuel use. It can even help companies predict which of their facilities might be at risk from climate change.
Let's take manufacturing, for instance. AI can act like a super smart mechanic that can predict when a machine is about to break down. It's constantly monitoring for these tiny changes in vibration or temperature that a human would never notice. Then it flags the problem before it happens. So you prevent these big energy-wasting failures, and you're not tossing out a bunch of broken parts either. It's just smarter.
All right, but sustainability isn't only about the planet, right? That S in ESG, that stands for social. And you guessed it, AI is making some pretty big waves there too.
Yeah, AI is really being put to work to boost that social score. We're talking about things like using smart cameras on a factory floor to spot safety hazards before anyone gets hurt. Or think about the real-time captioning on videos you watch. That's often powered by AI, making information accessible to so many more people. It's even being used to scan satellite images to help folks on the ground fight deforestation. In all these cases, the goal is the same: use technology to make things safer, fairer, and more accessible for everyone.
Okay, so at this point, it would be really easy to just wrap this up and say, wow, AI is the perfect solution, but it's not that simple. There's a really important catch that we absolutely have to talk about.
And that brings us to the elephant in the room. The thing is, running these AI systems, and especially training the huge models that make them so smart, takes a ton of energy and a whole lot of powerful computer hardware.
And this right here, this captures the central paradox of it all, doesn't it? On one side, you have AI creating these amazing efficiencies, cutting waste, saving energy. But on the other side, the tool itself has its own carbon footprint. So we're constantly in this balancing act, weighing its incredible power to solve problems against the cost of using it.
You know, this very challenge has actually sparked a whole new field called green AI, and its entire focus is on this one question. How do we design, build, and use artificial intelligence in a way that's as sustainable and responsible as possible?
So, where do we go from here? Well, the path forward isn't about ditching AI, but about being smart and strategic. It's about finding that win-win, aligning the technology with real responsibility.
And you know what? Businesses are already catching on. Check this out. A recent report shows that 57% of companies are actively planning to invest in AI for the specific purpose of boosting their sustainability. They're seeing the opportunity here.
So why are they doing it? Simple, because it's a total win-win. The exact same efficiencies that cut down on carbon emissions also happen to cut down on their operating costs. It's just good business. Plus, let's be real, investors and customers are paying more and more attention to a company's ESG performance, and AI is the tool that can deliver the data and the solutions to make it happen.
I love this phrase because it just nails it. Good for the planet and good for the bottom line. It perfectly sums up the new reality. It's not a choice between making money and doing the right thing anymore. Those two things are becoming completely intertwined.
So what's the big takeaway here? It's that the path forward requires companies to build sustainability into their AI plans from day one. It can't be an afterthought. It means they have to prioritize the AI projects that will have a real positive impact, whether that's cutting emissions, improving a factory floor, or just making society a little bit better.
And that really leaves us with one final, big question to think about. As this incredible technology keeps getting more and more powerful, how can we ensure we're using it to build a truly sustainable world for everyone? The choices we make right now are going to shape that future. Thanks so much for joining this explainer.